This is the Life's Journey with Best Friends podcast. Listen as two best friends for over 40 years share our experiences, insights, and unique stories. Sydney Barucci is a licensed massage therapist, structural integration therapist, stretch therapist, and Reiki master practitioner, specializing in myofascial bodywork, manual lymphatic drainage, and abdominal massage.
Her work is highly holistic, and she always individualizes every session, utilizing a multitude of bodywork modalities to meet her clients' needs and get the best results when working with them to achieve their long-term health goals.
She can also assist you in diving into deeper healing realms using intentional and intuitive movement, sound healing, meditation, inner child honoring, mirror work, breath work, Bowen therapy, and the emotion code.
Her practice is located at 100 Trade Center in Woburn, Mass. She's open 7 days a week, and you can make an appointment with her at 781-999-3612.
Or also reach out to her by Gmail at sydneybarucci@gmail.com. That's SYDNEYBARRUCCI@gmail.com. Also, check her out at bysydney.glossgenius.com or on Instagram at Sydney Barucci. All right, BFFers, welcome back to another episode of Life's Journey with Best Friends. I am Noelle.
And I'm fucking around with my glasses. I'm Diana.
So how's things this week? You're still down in South Carolina. I miss you.
Yes. Yeah, I know. This is our second week here. I miss home and my kids, and my parents are coming down tomorrow. I'm very excited about that. They'll stay here till Saturday. Good. So that's about it.
That's cool. So I know we kind of said what we were going to talk about first, but since I talked South Carolina, what's up with the monkeys, man?
No, I'm a little freaked out. As soon as I saw that, I Googled it's Yamastee or something like that. And I was like, how far is that from me? It's like 3 hours. It's down past Charleston, I believe.
Okay. All right. So it's far enough.
It was like, you don't know what these monkeys have. Like, I wasn't worried about them like killing me or anything, but I was like, you don't know what the fuck they're being tested.
Right? Like, I'm pretty sure there's been a few movies that have been created from a monkey that escaped from a medical place and like bit someone, and then everyone turned into a zombie. Started,
right? So I was like, what the fuck, man? And so I looked it up, and thank God. But they're saying they're not harmful, meaning they weren't being tested yet or something, which they lie all the time. So I don't believe that. So who knows what the hell's running around here? South Carolina might turn into The Walking Dead.
That's exactly what I thought. Literally thought the same thing. So they have caught like 25 of them. So I guess from what I've been reading, it's so funny. Like the monkeys haven't gone too far from
That's what I read.
Because they're putting food out for them. And then they see that the monkeys are like, because there's some outdoor cages, they're like communicating with those monkeys, but they still can't catch them. Yes.
Fucking fast. And they're probably way up in trees and stuff.
Oh yeah. I've seen some people taking videos and they're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And I'm yelling at my phone, call 911. That's what they told you to do.
Imagine seeing them though. Would you like they're the size of cats, and you'd probably be like, oh, there's a cat, and then they're like, no, it's a fucking monkey.
Right? Well, when I was in Mexico, there were monkeys. I remember that. So
those are wild ones. They're not being fucked over in a lab.
Right. But that would have been like, if I hadn't known that and I saw a monkey, my first reaction would be like, oh, come here, come over. And I want to.
Exactly. Yeah. And then it'd go.
Yeah, bite you.
And then Noelle would be the first.
I would be the first zombie podcaster. Hey, maybe that would get us some more likes.
Maybe we'd finally get more followers.
Oh,
Instead of just doing it for us, we'd have people that listen.
right? Exactly. They'd be like, oh, what's this zombie bitch gonna say today?
Remember, it's better to have
Two heads than to
at
have,
least a head attached to your body than
right?
nothing. Oh, God help us. Yeah, so that was a fucked up story, honestly. I was like, you think they fired the woman? Because a
She
guy
left the
came,
door open, or he left the door open.
she left it like unhinged,
Yeah,
unlocked.
I would
And
hope that
he
they
came
would.
right out and said it,
Yeah,
the director.
right.
I
Well,
was like, ooh, he's pissed.
yeah. Well, it's like one of your kids. Well, you left the fucking door open again. What did you think was going to happen? Like,
That's
yep,
so
you're
true though,
done.
right?
Right?
Right. It's so true. So, yeah, I saw him, they did an interview because it was all over the news down here,
Oh, I bet.
obviously. And they did an interview with the director and they were like, yes, a gate zookeeper left the gate unlatched and they ran out and I was like, oh, he was pissed.
Like, I wouldn't want to be that woman or
I'm
whoever.
like, oh, she must have got fired.
Yeah, probably. I would think so. At that point, they should make her go get them all. Well, if they're in a testing facility, how can they really say that they haven't done anything, or unless they are maybe just coming in to the place? I don't know. I don't trust it.
So they just got a
Lucky
new
doors.
shipment in. You know what I mean? Did they
Right.
just get they got a new shipment in of monkeys and they haven't done anything on them yet. That's nuts.
That is crazy. Oh. And it's not
And where do
funny
you
because
get them from?
I don't know. They're doing testing on them. So it's not funny, but it's
Did they get them
crazy.
from you know, Africa? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Did they go to the jungle to get them?
they
Or did
must. I mean, because I can't imagine that there's many that are that raised in captivity and bred for that. So, because
did
I
they
when
say they were all female?
they didn't say.
Okay. I thought I read something about female,
Oh,
but
I
I could be.
I did not read that.
Let me
So
see what it says. Uh, 25 of the fugitive monkeys have been caught. I love that. 18 are
fugitive
still on the loose.
monkeys. They're like, we're bouncing, we're out. See ya.
They're wicked cute.
They are.
This is what it says. How did the monkeys escape the research facility? This is the guy I saw, the CEO. Greg Westgard said the caretaker didn't fail to secure the lock. And it's a monkey see, monkey do, and they all followed each other. One left, and then they all
Of
went
course.
after
They're
her,
like, oh, where's he going? Oh, where's he going? Oh, where'd she
right?
go? Oh,
They put
monkey
bait
see.
traps out. It's saying they're all safe and in good health.
Yeah. The ones that
Yeah,
came. Yeah.
I don't know, but
Well,
I just kind of, I think they don't want to scare the public and say they're infected with a fucking disease or something. You know
of
what I mean?
course
So they're
not. Right.
saying
Right. Of course not.
just like
However,
I almost got political.
well, but yeah, it's you don't know like what's going to happen, like for real. Like it'll be interesting to see if one of them bites someone and then zombie
Yeah,
apocalypse happens, you know?
I know.
Crazy. All right. So, what other tasty treats or good things are in the
Ooh,
news?
so this, I don't know if you guys follow TikTok. Um, but there's like some big controversy going on with Dave Portnoy, Brianna Chicken Fry, and I feel really bad because there's another guy on the podcast. He's young, I just don't know his name.
Okay.
But Brianna Chicken Fry dated Zach Bryan, country
Yeah.
music star, big country music star. He dumped her. I guess he was just an abusive guy, and had some drug, alcohol problems. Um, so he dumped her, and he offered to pay her, his team offered to pay her 12 million and sign an NDA. Now they bought
Yeah.
a house, he bought a house in Duxbury. She's from Massachusetts. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, so she's from Massachusetts, and he bought a mansion in Duxbury. They were going to live together. I think she was living in it. She toured, went on the tour with him. He bought her a Bronco. They had pets together, tattoos, whatever.
Everything
Ended
but the ring.
it ended badly.
Oh,
And she was saying he was very controlling. So she didn't sign the NDA. She didn't take the money, and she went on her podcast, and she didn't smear him. She just told her story.
right.
So hopefully women out there that are in an abusive relationship can relate. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
Yep. And they make, yeah,
yeah.
it might be their turning point. And sure. Yeah, I get that. Definitely. So she has a podcast. I don't really know much about her. I know him.
Her
I know.
and her best friend also have a podcast, Grace O'Malley.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what's the name of their podcast now?
She's on a couple actually. She's on
Oh,
one with Dave Portnoy, which is BFF podcast.
that they
And
stole
then
our
she,
name,
you know, totally. I think we had it first.
right?
Let's see.
So her job is just an influence. I don't mean it that way, just an influencer, but that's what she does. She's an
She
influencer.
graduated college. I'm maybe I gotta look that up. But she was an influencer and really kind of got big in COVID and kind of made a name for herself. And then Dave Portnoy, he has that Barstool Sports.
Yeah, yeah.
And he took, hired her.
Okay.
And then her and her best friend, they have a podcast under his company. She does a podcast with him and another young guy that I'm gonna look, Josh Richards, that's his name.
Okay.
Um, and it's the BFFs. And then let me see what her podcast with Grace is called. They have some fucking wild stories, by the way.
Like about themselves, or
When
the
they
new?
were young growing up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They talk about they went to what's the gambling place in New Jersey? Like I'm like
Atlantic
having it.
City.
Yeah. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I believe they went to Atlantic City. I gotta look all this stuff up now. And they were 16 years old, and they started hanging out with 30-year-olds, and it was a big
Ooh.
group of friends. And she said every one of them got sexually molested. It was
Oh,
just this, it was like a crazy time. Like
oh
they
my
used to do
gosh.
crazy shit.
We
Let me
thought
see.
we did
Oh, it's
crazy shit.
Plan Bree. That's what it's called. Plan
Plan.
Bree.
Oh, okay. Instead of,
Yeah.
okay. All
And
right.
it's Brianna Chicken Fry and Grace O'Malley. And Grace O'Malley actually is also from Massachusetts, and she's
Okay.
a comedian now.
So what
Yeah.
is chicken fry like a nickname for her?
Yeah. Her last
Oh,
name's like Limpaglia.
oh, okay.
Lapaglia,
Okay.
something like that. Yeah.
Where the hell does chicken fry come from?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know.
I don't think I'd want that to be my nickname.
I don't know where that comes from. Let's
But
Google that.
because I don't know. I, I just picture a big,
You
heavy
know, all what I picture is
guy.
the song by Zach Brown,
Yeah, and a
Chicken
little bit of
Fry.
chicken fried. Yeah.
Yeah. So she used to be on Vine, and
Okay.
it was born thanks to an old Vine video in which LaPaglia compared her legs to Burger King's chicken fries.
Oh,
So she's Brianna Chicken Fry.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I would be all right with that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
She's funny. You should try to find her
Yeah,
on
I will.
like
I
the
will.
podcast or even TikTok. And she does her own videos on TikTok. And then sometimes there's clips of the BFF podcast in the one with O'Malley, Grace O'Malley,
All right.
playing
So what?
Bree.
All right. So what's the whole deal with? Okay, so they broken up. It was a shitty breakup. He was abusive. Um. So
Wanted her to
what's
keep her mouth shut, and
right?
Dave was like, Dave Portnoy stuck up for her. He was a true BFF
Yeah.
and went right at their lawyers and I mean he says everything in the podcast that he did and
Yeah.
so I'm like having a brain fart today. I'll tell you
Is
after when we're not recording.
is your ear
Um
tight?
no, I'll tell you after we're done recording. I don't want to say anything on here.
Okay.
So, but so he was threatening her and just being a complete douche to her, and Dave's went right back at him because he gets it. He's a gazillionaire. He knows he's got his people. She's just
Yeah.
a influencer, not
Right.
something super famous. So,
Right. Right. You know his name. I knew his name. I didn't know hers.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's
And
you
so
know.
then I guess him and Zach never really got along. Zach
Oh.
kicked out Dave's dog. And if you ever see Dave and Miss Peaches, he like totally loves her. I mean,
Oh.
it's his baby. And
Right.
he kicked her out of the dressing room. There's just a lot of bad blood. So the last straw came from like he's trying to strong oh, Zach Bryan's trying to strong Brianna into her truck. She wants to buy it. He won't let her. He bought it for her as a present. He's just being a total dick. So Dave
Right.
made a diss track, but they had to take it down because there was some infringements. So he just made another one. It's called Country Ditty. Noel.
Oh,
So
must
good.
be like P
I
Diddy.
think
Like
the other one was like smallest man or something because he must be short. Luke Bryan, Zach Bryan. Let's look how tall he is.
well, hopefully they were talking about his height.
Yeah, no, he's definitely he's 5'10".
Okay.
I don't feel like that's
That's
short.
not short.
So I don't know why they called him that.
Well, maybe for other reasons.
Maybe, maybe.
So I know it. I know this is like shit you love. You eat it up, but I don't think I'd want my like breakup on.
Well, she didn't either, and that was part of the story. Is she said to him because they broke up, and she said, "Please give me 2 weeks before you put it out there. I
Okay.
just want to get right in the head before," because she was devastated.
So this was
And
blindsiding. Blind. She got
well,
blindsided,
he
sort of.
he did the best thing for her, but they were flags. You know what I mean? And
Well,
so
yeah. You want to
so
ignore those.
so she asked him to wait, and I guess he said he would. She went to bed, woke up to a million fucking texts that are like, "Are you okay? Are you all right? What's going on?" She's like, "What the fuck's happening?" He made a Raya account. Do you know what Raya is?
No.
So it's a dating app for celebrities and like influencers or
So
that
famous
type.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he put his profile back out there, which meant that they broke up. So he didn't give her the time that she
Oh.
asked.
So
Yeah.
all of these people saw that and was like,
That his
what?
profile was back out there. Yeah.
Wow. That was pretty shitty. Yeah.
So she was talking about one time she was in the house and she came in singing "Last Night We Let the Liquor Talk," you know the Morgan Wallen song.
Mhm.
He goes, "Do not sing another man's song in my house."
Oh, well,
Imagine. So now, Noel, all these people, celebrities, non-celebrities, are just singing that part of the song. Like the Bruins have a TikTok out with them all singing it.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, it's great.
Oh my
A
gosh.
lot of like football players are doing it.
So this is going to be really devastating to his career.
Think so.
Wow. Well,
It's got
you
to
know,
hit it a little at least, you know?
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like you're in the public eye. Everything's going to be in the public eye.
Yeah,
You know that,
absolutely.
dummy.
Yeah. I
Well,
would that would be one reason I wouldn't want to be in the public eye is I mean, breakups suck,
yeah,
right?
right.
And you got
Yeah,
to do it in front of a millions and billions of people.
right.
It's like I don't know,
Yeah,
just make me
it feels like,
sorry.
people know you and you have no idea who these strangers are, but they know everything about you because they follow your life. And
Hmm.
here they are trying to talk to you about your life, and you're like, who the fuck are you? Yeah,
Right.
like, how do
Or
you even
just,
have any say in
I mean,
this?
if you just want to be depressed, you can't.
Yeah, right. You can't. That's true.
So,
That's true. Oh, speaking of this crap that you like, the BFFers have spoken. It has been voted that I have to watch that show, that stupid show.
Love is Blind. They just did the
Yes.
reunion like a week ago,
Oh, so
two
it's
weeks.
over?
Yeah. Yeah, over.
Oh, okay.
So,
So
and
I
when
don't
they
really have to
filmed
watch
this,
it.
Noah, I'm sorry, what?
I don't have to watch it
No, you
now.
could just watch the last episode and see who gets married and who doesn't. So this was filmed over a year ago. So the people that got married now, when they did the reunion, have been married for like a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how did those people like not go out in public? Like, because you would assume
No,
that they don't want anyone to know until the
you
show
don't know.
aired.
Yeah, but you don't know who they are. You don't know they were on the show
Right. Oh, that's true.
until, I mean, they probably can't, like once the show starts, they probably can't go out, I would think.
Right. I would think. Yeah, because that would totally give
Or
it away.
have to be in a group setting or.
Right. Yeah, so that you wouldn't know if they ended up together or whatever.
Right.
All right. So I'll give it a shot. I would actually prefer to find a show that we can watch and maybe talk about a little bit each week. Because if we
Yeah.
have any BFFers that like that show, they can maybe follow along or
Or maybe they could give us a show to watch and we could watch it and then talk about it.
yeah, let's do that. Guys, definitely pick a show for us
A
to
good
watch.
show,
Make it something scary.
a Hallmark movie. We have to talk about that.
So yeah, guys, find something for us to watch and then we'll talk about it. And we'll
Like a series,
yeah,
like Yellowstone.
okay. Yeah, but you already started to watch that. We need
No, I
something
know.
that we've never seen before.
Okay.
So I don't know. We'll have to find out what that is. Maybe put out, hey, here's 4 different series. Pick one for us. Unless
I want
someone's
it to,
watching something.
should it be like a reality series though? Because that Love is Blind is like a crazy concept. That's why I want you to watch it.
Oh, okay. Um,
Well, Love Island, that's a fucking crazy show as well.
oh God. Yeah, I is that coming on soon?
No, that usually there's some like it's London has England has so many series of that like what's the word I'm thinking of?
Brain,
Seasons. They have
brain
so
dead?
many yeah, I told you. They have so many seasons of it that we could just watch a season that I've never seen. I
Okay.
haven't seen any of theirs really, except for the very few beginning ones, because I
Mhm.
wanted to see what it was about.
Okay. I still think we should let the listeners
BFFers
choose.
choose.
Yeah, I think so. Because what we'll do is we'll suggest maybe a couple of um reality things and then maybe a couple of more serious things because I don't know if something like the Blacklist, something like that, that we just don't know is really
Okay.
good, but that type of drama,
Yeah,
that would
yeah,
be
that's
cool.
fine. I'm okay with
Okay.
that.
All right. So we'll get a list together and put that out there. um, there was something else I wanted to talk about, and I know I sent it to you. Hold on. Oh, okay. So now that Halloween is over, we're, coming up on Thanksgiving and Christmas, our favorite time of year. Did you know? I just found this out today. The store Spirit Halloween?
Yes,
There's now a Spirit Christmas.
I know. I was
I,
so excited when I saw that.
I didn't
How
know
did
that
you
till
not know this?
I
It was
don't
all
know.
over. It was all over everywhere.
When?
Like a couple weeks ago, they said they were going to
So that
take
when I
over
was
a lot
busy
of,
with the election, that's what it was a couple weeks ago. All the bullshit I was trying to ignore.
maybe before that. It was like
Oh,
right after Halloween. They said they were going to, well, that was right after Halloween, the
yeah.
election. They said they were going to turn a lot of the Christmas tree shops into Spirit Christmas shoot stores.
Interesting. Okay, because there's a Spirit Halloween that's over at the next town over from me, and then the next town over from that was a Christmas tree shop that's closed. But when I went on to the site to see where there was one by me, it's like 2.5 hours away down in southern Massachusetts. So,
Oh, so that's the Christmas tree store. Yeah.
oh, maybe.
You
Okay.
remember the big one that was down there? I think that might
Yeah,
have been the original. I don't know.
yeah, it was the one with the thatched roof and stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
interesting that they're not. I wonder next
Thatched.
year if there'll be more of them, because that would be so awesome.
I bet
You
there
know,
will be. They'll stop popping up.
I would think so.
I thought they were going to be in every Spirit Halloween, but they're not.
No, well, that's not what the website said. So
No, on
maybe,
the news, it made it sound like all Spirit Halloween was going to turn into Spirit Christmas.
well, that's what I thought too when I first saw that, and I was like,
That's
oh, that's so
misleading
cool.
advertisement.
Yeah, right, bitches. They got me all excited, and then went
You'll have to come down here. The Christmas mouse we have,
the
Saint
Christmas mouse.
Nick's,
Oh, you
the good
definitely sound
store.
like you're living in Hallmark
Hallmark
town.
land.
Hallmark land.
Living in Hallmark land. Oh my God,
So
we drove down to Conway last night because that's the town that decorated for Halloween
yeah.
and they do a huge Christmas, so we wanted to see how it was getting set up. It's gonna be really cool.
Oh, awesome.
They do a Christmas parade.
Oh, fun. Our town
Yeah.
does one, but I've never been to it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go. It's
Cool.
December 14th. It's a Saturday. So
Close to your birthday,
yeah.
you old bitch.
You know, I don't want birthdays anymore. Remember how you used to love your birthday?
I still do. I don't mind it. It's like, I'm like, hey, I'm still here.
I
It's just a
guess that's
number,
a
Diana. It's
no, I
okay.
know, but you know what's coming.
I know. Well, you won't know when that happens, so don't worry about
I won't remember it.
it. You don't remember anything anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I know.
So I started decorating for the holidays. I did a little bit of Thanksgiving because we're hosting Thanksgiving. And then in the room with the fireplace, I put up the Christmas tree. I got all this stuff out and I was enjoying it. And then I got one day in and I haven't touched it again since.
You
I'm just
overwhelmed?
like, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't know if I got overwhelmed or I was just like, oh, I'm gonna have to put all this shit away afterwards, and that's
Isn't that
not
the
fun.
fucking craziest thing? Why do we go so crazy with Christmas? Because you're gonna have to put it away. But
I
I
don't know.
guess if you decorate early, it's
Yeah,
there for a while.
right. And that's why I try to do that. I try to decorate at least one room early, and then the rest of the house will wait till after we have Thanksgiving. But I'm just like, Yeah, I don't know. And I love Christmas, but I'm just looking around and I'm like, do I decorate for me or am I decorating for everyone else? It's kind
I
of
think
like,
I
remember when you cleaned your room as a kid and you're like, I'm going to make my room all nice. And then you ended up sitting on the floor looking through pictures or reading notes or whatever. And you look around and then
that's
just shit all over the floor. And you're like, no, I'm going to
that's
bed.
called that's called ADD, by the way. That's what that's called.
Well, that's what I was doing. And I was sitting there
Yeah.
like, I'm going to bed. I'm not doing any more of
I think
this.
I decorate for me.
What?
I think I decorate for me.
Do you? Yeah.
I think I do because I like it.
Yeah. I do
You know what I
too.
mean?
Yeah. Well, I have the tree that I decorate for me, and then I the other tree that everyone else does. Um, but yeah, I guess so because it does make me smile. I do
Yeah, it
appreciate
just
it.
makes me happy. We have our tree here up because we bought a fake tree.
Uh-huh.
Um, so yeah, that's up. We have three decorations. That's all we have here. So that's what's on the tree. No garland. It came with lights, and that's
Nice.
it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you
I
won't have a
don't
lot
have,
to break.
yeah, I have no decorations here at all.
Will you bring some from up there, or will you buy all new ones?
I'll probably buy little at a time. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
maybe this year I buy some garland or, I got to decorate my living room as well. I like to put lights and I'm gonna get little trinkety things,
Yeah.
tchotchkes. What are they called? Tchotch
Tchotchkes.
tchotchkes,
Yeah.
tchotchkes, like
Tchotch.
chart,
Tchotch. Like Chachi. Like Joni loves
tchotch,
Chachi. Tchotchkes.
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 Okay, yeah. But knickknacks.
Knickknacks. There you go.
So
Gatsigulas.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a ghoul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
you
God.
kill me.
I'm sorry. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well last night. So,
Oh my God, last night was the first night I slept really good.
oh, well, we
I
must
was
have
so
traded
tired.
places. So, yeah, I text all you girls because, I want to see you for Christmas and whatever. So, I just texted everyone last night at midnight saying, hey, what are you guys doing after 5 on this certain night? And no one answered me. So I sent that text back out saying, Bueller, hello, Bueller. And Julie's like, dude, you texted us at midnight. What do you want?
I didn't even notice the time
I was
until
like, yeah,
Julie said that.
yeah. I was like, I couldn't sleep. Yeah. Hmm.
That was me the night before. I got up. We had gone out to a Christmas show down here that was the worst thing I've ever seen. Um,
Oh, no,
no,
why?
it was awful. It was just so,
What kind of show is it
you know
supposed to be?
me. It was a Christmas show. I don't know,
Like
but
singing
it
and
was,
dancing?
yeah. And I was
Okay.
expecting it to be kind of. I knew it was going to be a variety show type thing, but I expected it to be on the level of not the Rockettes, but a
Yeah.
couple steps down from that.
Sure, sure. Yeah. Was it like going to
It
middle
was like
school?
going to a elementary. It was the singers were good. The singers were good. Like I just I think we were the youngest people in there, and I know it was early, but we figured we would do it for it's Amy's birthday tomorrow, and so that's what we were gonna do.
So the
We
four
went.
of you went.
Oh yeah, we left at halftime, intermission, and never went back.
Oh my gosh.
It was,
I
and I love that stuff. I was
I
like
know.
watching it. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
So what were they doing that it was like they were singing and dancing? So okay. That
And
was
it just
bad?
it wasn't like created great. Like I don't know, didn't flow.
Okay.
They didn't really do like I don't know. I don't know what I can't They had a guy that like came out while they probably were switching up the sets on a unicycle. He was supposed to be, I guess, a comedian-ish thing. His name was Slim Chance, and he was horrendous. It was Slim Chance. I'll see him again.
Oh
He
my
was
gosh.
he
The
was a
four of you
juggler.
must have been like giving each other the side eye, like,
Jim
all right,
goes,
when can we
he
get
goes,
out of here?
the second song came on. He goes, I looked at Derek and said, you won't see me when we come back from intermission. Yeah,
Oh,
we were
oh,
dying.
that's awful. That's disappointing.
It was
But
funny though. That was fun, part of it. And so then we just went out and got shit-faced.
oh, nice. That
Yeah,
works too.
yeah.
Um,
So
there, oh my gosh, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall just to watch the four of you. Coming out in November is the movie Wicked, based on the book. Yeah, and they
prequel of The Wizard of Oz, right?
yeah, yes. So Mattel, this is me
Oh my
being like a
God.
child.
I know where you're going with this.
Mattel, um, early released um action figures or dolls or whatever you
Dolls.
want to call them,
Kind of
right?
like Barbie dolls for
Yeah,
Wicked.
right. And they're really cute. They look good. Well, there was an accident on printing the boxes. So they
Accident.
yeah, right. So they want you to go to
Their
try again.
website, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Website?
So they wanted you to go to the movie website. Um and that was on the side of the box, and I'm sure like Mattel.com was on there. It was a whole bunch of different things. Well, whoever was in charge of that didn't check. So
You think they got fired?
I would hope so, because the website that they put was wicked.com, and it was supposed to be wickedmovie.com, but they didn't. They did
They left out
wicked.com.
the movie.
And when you click on that, it's all different types of porn. It's all wicked porn. So on these kids' boxes of these Barbie dolls, not that any real little kid is going to go over and, say, oh, let me look at the website. No, you have the doll in your hand. You're going to play with that. But how do you not check that? Like, that's your job. Like, that's a huge, huge thing. Because I know when Disney first, when the internet was really new. That's why it's disneygo.com, because if disney.com also brings you to porn. I don't know if you knew
Oh,
that.
people were grabbing the
Yeah,
sites names,
yeah,
hoping
ahead
that
of
Disney
time.
would pay them for it, probably.
Probably. And Disney was like, yeah, no, no, yeah, no go. So it's going to be Disney Go. But how easy is that for a kid to type in disney.com?
Right,
So I
right,
guess
right.
the same thing as wicked.com, but this is years and years and years later after Disney, that fiasco. I don't know why they didn't take a look at that. I'm like, oh, so I found this out at work. I'm like, oh man, I
Did
want
you
to
go on
Google
the
that,
website?
but I didn't. I haven't done it
Don't.
yet. I'm scared, but I'm like,
You get the big red siren.
oh yeah, it worked totally. Oh, I just, that's awful. Like, I read that and I was like, really? Come on, guys, get your shit together, man.
No kidding. Again, like the worker, the zookeeper or whatever, the
Right.
caretaker, like you like are people just so into their phones, you know what I mean, and
It
not
could
paying
be.
attention? Like what's happening? No
Yeah.
one gives a shit.
No, I'm pretty sure I would have gotten fired.
Lackadaisical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
had
if
to
I
be fired. I mean, I would think
just went out to the public, I mean, that's,
little kids
yeah,
could have gone on the website. You know,
right.
maybe it said, "Oh, check our website out at
Right.
wicked.com."
Well,
Imagine.
no, I seriously, like, that's, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine like Zane being on his tablet, and all of a sudden I'm like, what are you looking at?
Right?
Think about it, because they have their own devices. Kids have their own devices these days. And I don't think the
Well, let's
majority
see.
of like 14-year-old boys are going to look up the Wicked movie, but I don't know.
It's so funny. So I was just reading about it. So they do kind of resemble Barbie.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
I
So
actually can't believe.
social media users noted over the weekend that the label on the back of the box directs people to a website bearing the name of the film that belongs to a pornographic movie studio called Wicked Pictures. The
Oh,
page
that's okay. I
requires
knew.
use, but you do have to say you're 18 or older to see what's in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
but
at
what kid's
least
not gonna?
it's not. Do you think they still get fired?
Yes, you didn't proofread. Do you remember Elf, the movie Elf?
Yes. The
It
last three pages were missing.
were
He's a
blank.
copywriter, right?
Right. What happened to the puppy? Right. So, hey,
The printer messed it up.
yeah, right. Whose signature is this? So someone signed for it.
Right. Right?
Yep.
You're right.
So, well, yeah, but you're right. That's a good point. Like, do people just don't care anymore, or are they so busy at work that they don't fully do their job, or are
No.
they distracted, or
I think they're
you know,
distracted. Fucking phones are taking over the world. One of my biggest pet peeves is people in line having a conversation on your phone while
mm,
you're ordering something and paying.
yeah,
Makes me nuts.
right.
Nuts.
I
Huge
don't
pet peeve.
understand that. I think
Huge.
if I was standing there, I don't think I would do anything. I would wait till the person finished their phone call. It would be that very passive aggressive, like, when you're done, then we can continue on whatever it is that you need. Because if you can't tell me what you need, then I can't help you.
I just find it rude. So
It's
rude.
it is. Yeah. It's definitely showing disrespect to the person that's trying to help you.
Right.
Yeah.
You're there placing an order and you're having a full-on conversation with somebody on the phone. You can't even say, "Hey, let me call you back." You still have the conversation. "Hey, can I get a vanilla shake, please?" "Okay, yep, uh-huh."
What conversation is that important?
Right? That you
Like,
can't call them back.
right.
You
I
know what
I don't
else is a pet peeve of mine?
know.
And I don't know if it's a pet peeve, I should say. It's the you can't tell they have the earbuds in
Oh
and
my
they're
gosh.
having a conversation and you're like, are they talking to me? And you look and you're like, as you're getting closer, you're like, I don't know, are they talking to me or not? And you're looking around and then you're like, oh, okay. I hate it.
Well, I've done that. I've like responded to someone and then I'm like, I don't understand, why are they like, they're like, hey, I'm like, hi, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm walking by you. And then they kind of look at me like, who the hell are you talking to? And I'm like, oh, you're not talking to me. It's like the person that waves to the person behind you, and you're like, hi, I don't know you. And then it's like, oh, no, they weren't waving to me. They were waving to someone else.
It's so embarrassing, isn't it?
It really is. And that's the stupid shit I do all the time. But
Same.
whatever. Yeah, I just,
We were in an Uber Saturday, and that's what made me think of the earbuds because the guy was like, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, oh, I'm sorry, what? And he's like, oh, no, I'm talking to. And we were like, oh, okay.
so he was on the phone while you guys were in the car.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's not cool either. Now, etiquette has completely gone out the window.
There
Oh,
isn't any.
so I will say that now that the election is over, everyone's taking the signs down really, really quick. Did you
Oh,
notice
really?
that? Yeah.
We can't have signs down here.
Oh, really?
No,
Like, oh,
no
interesting.
political signs whatsoever
Interesting.
in
Well,
our development.
right, but that's good. I mean, because oh my gosh, they start to get so trashy. There's like, someone puts one here and then they put one right next to it and then next to it, and I'm like,
How about
oh my gosh, it looks awful.
How about the ones they were stealing or lighting on fire and destroying? It was all over TikTok on both sides. It was happening.
Absolutely. Yeah, Julie and I talked about that, and one guy actually like lost a foot. Like it was absolutely, yeah, someone had set up a booby trap. Yeah, it was awful, like disgusting. Yeah,
Oh my God, you just made me think of, and we're all over the place today.
yeah,
Um, but this is a current events
yeah,
podcast, right? Today's,
right,
that's what we're talking about.
yeah.
After the Dodgers won the World Series, the fans were out in the street and they were lighting fireworks, and there was a video, no lie, of a guy blowing basically his hand off. And the video was very graphic.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
But that's how people are so stupid.
It's just probably drunken stupidity most of the
Yeah, I'm
time.
sure it
That's where
was.
our stupid stories come from, drunken
True.
stupidity. You know, I you would think if the person was old enough that they would know better. Do you remember how old they were, or could you
Yeah, they
tell?
were like 20s.
Oh, yeah, they're still
Huh.
dumb.
Or maybe a little older, but it was awful because he was like you could tell he was totally in shock, and people
Of
were
course,
like, "Oh, better to have two faces than two chins."
should have two heads than two chins. What did?
It's
Yes, that
better
what
to
you
have a
said.
head attached instead of a monkey having a disease and coming after you.
Hi, BFFers. We talk a lot about aging ungracefully on our podcast and are always looking at ways to improve our overall health.
One of the ways to do that is to purchase quality products that are high in nutrition.
Natural Food Exchange is passionate about providing you with the highest quality, natural, and organic products. They are dedicated to promoting a healthy lifestyle through a carefully curated selection of nutritious foods, supplements, and wellness products.
Check out Natural Food Exchange in person at 39 Pleasant Street, Unit 1A in Stoneham, or visit their website, naturalfoodexchange.com.
Get 15% off of your order when you use the code BFF15 or use the QR code on our website at www.lifesjourneywithbestfriends.com.
You've been listening to Life's Journey with Best Friends. For details on any of the things we've mentioned in the podcast, including photos, visit our website lifesjourneybff.com. You can also email us at lifesjourneybff@gmail.com or visit us on Facebook, Instagram, or Threads.
Remember, no matter where life takes you, you are never alone when you have a best friend by your side. Until next time.